Hey everyone, so I'm here today in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It is beautiful out here. I'm here for a wedding, but I am also location scouting at the same time. Um, I can make no promises that Jackson or Western Wyoming is going to be used in a Book of Mormon movie someday or on a concept or whatever it might be, but I can tell you I am getting inspiration being out here in this beautiful, majestic country. Like, look at these mountains. Like, there's even like let's see if I can point on camera. Right there, that's a stone wall. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting Gadianton robbers hiding themselves out in the mountain, like old ancient American fortress over there. Okay, like you think aliens built the pyramids? You got to check out these mountains. Um, anyway, sorry, I digress. But this last week, I was able to talk to some consultants, some people that I hold in very high regard concerning um, evidence and details and artifacts that we have regarding the Book of Mormon. And um, these are some people that I I look to that will help me hopefully obtain clarity in detail, because success is in the details, as Bill Marriott would say. And I was also doing a bit of research on the history of the Book of Mormon in movies throughout the years. The Book of Mormon has been in movies for about 40 to 50 years. The first one was How Rare a Possession, that was produced by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints. I can't remember the date. I think it was in like the 70s or possibly the early 80s. I feel like it was closer to sometime in the 70s, though. And there have been many different productions and reiterations of stories in the Book of Mormon throughout the years, even to today, by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter day Saints and by independent filmmakers. Um, and they both, when you look at the production quality for both, you can tell each has different objectives. Some of them are more informational, some of them are more drama and narrative based. Um, and I was trying to look at like what's been the success rate of movies with the Book of Mormon throughout the years. Has anything succeeded? And there are many metrics for success. It's subjective, but I well, one of them is objective, the other one's subjective. I go by two main metrics. One is uh, finding out what the budget was, and did the movie make back its budget and then some, or was it, you know, was it in the hole? Um, the other one is popularity. Like when you talk about it with people, do they like it, or are they like, eesh? Are they critiquing it, or or have they even heard about it? Um, to give an example of two successes, though, because most of them I don't think have succeeded on that level, where they made back their budget or have been very successful throughout the years as time has gone on. And two of them have had moderate success, I would say. And this is my own opinion, so spare me in the comments. But the two that have succeeded, one came out in the early 2000s. It's called the Book of Mormon movie, Volume 1, The Journey. I remember seeing that when I was a kid in theaters, and I think I was about 5 years old or something like that, and it was so cool. I'm gonna try not to get attacked by insects out here. But anyway, that one had a budget, and if you go on IMDb, if you scroll down towards the bottom, you will see what the budget for the film was and what the film made in theaters. And I believe it actually made a profit. And they were actually in development for a second movie, but for some reason, it didn't happen. And I still don't know why that is. If anyone can tell me, I would love to know. Um, so that movie, it had a degree of success, but it did not keep going. So I cannot say the success lasted too long. The other success was in a movie, a short film actually, that came out in, I think it was 2019, give or take a year or two. It was called Reign of Judges, Title of Liberty. It was a short film produced by an independent filmmaker, and it was actually based on a character in the Book of Mormon. At the end of the Book of Mormon, Moroni, the son of Mormon, he was the one who sealed up the gold plates, which would be discovered or found later, over 1,000 years later, by Joseph Smith. And that had a great success for a short film. People actually went to the theaters for that, and my understanding is that that movie made well over the budget that they had for the film. They made way more than that when it was released. It came out on DVDs as well. It was available for video on demand. It had pretty good success. So I look at these two examples, and I've been that's at least on one metric on money, on numbers. We can see that those two had some success. Most of the other ones either were produced by the church and they have not disclosed what the budgets were, or if people actually went to the theaters for certain projects. That hasn't exactly been the objective of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so it's really hard to tell on that. But we can tell on popularity how some of these have gone. I'm running a little low on time right now, but I will be happy to discuss this with you more in future videos. In the meantime, like and subscribe, and drop a comment and ask me, what do you want to know concerning the history of movies pertaining to the Book of Mormon and movies to come that pertain to the Book of Mormon. Anyway, hope to hear from you guys. Take care.